Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sleepless Shepherd Ministry. I had this question put to me the other day. What is the gospel? A lot of people think the gospel is just the gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And, you know, whenever I hear somebody say, oh, well, that's the gospels, but explain to me, what is the gospel? What are these books all talking about? Well, gospel means the good news. And the good news is that Christ came down to die on a cross and to take our sins upon him and to take the wrath of God upon him and to pay for us. That's what the gospel is. It's the greatest love story ever. A person that would sacrifice himself for the guilty and he's completely innocent. What greater love could you have? Christ was completely innocent. We deserve to die. And Christ came down and sacrificed himself so that we could actually live. That's what the whole gospel is about. And when people turn around and just say, "Oh, it's those 4 books," they're limiting the gospel. They're making it small. They're not even thinking what the gospel is. All they're doing is just trying to act smart. But they need to understand what the gospel is. You need to understand what the gospel is. The gospel is all about Christ's sacrifice for us. And I believe a lot of Christians, not I say a lot of Christians, some Christians, they don't quite understand what the gospel is. Now I'm not an expert by no means, but I know what the gospel is. I have Christ inside me. I have been regenerated. I am saved. So when I look at this, I see what Christ actually did. And it is great news. Great news for me, great news for you. It's amazing news. So I encourage you to read the Bible and to search out what the gospel is. Don't just take it from me or somebody saying that. No, look it up for yourself. Find out what the gospel is. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed.